With all of you, Gorkem Yurtseven.
Hello, everyone. It's great to be here. I am the CTO and founder of Fal.AI, and we are a generative media platform for developers. We have our own inference engine, and we host open and closed source models in our platform and expose them as easy-to-use APIs. And in today's talk, I'm gonna talk about the generative media market in general. As a company, we are really invested in this market, and hopefully as individuals, either individually or through work, you are also invested in it, and we'll see how big this market can get and what does it mean in the large scheme of things. This is one of the most memorable days of my life. When Sam started tweeting about DALL 2, I remember it was late COVID. COVID took a while in San Francisco, so I was still working from home. I remember scrolling through my phone, literally sitting on the floor, and I could not believe my eyes. It was one of the biggest WTF moments I've ever had. It's not ChatGPT, it's not the first time I held an iPhone, Waymo, none of that. It was DALL 2. I was texting my friends, talking to people. I was plugged in, not as plugged in as I am today, but we were building machine learning tools at the time. I had been a software engineer for 12 years, but I did not see this coming. And I truly couldn't believe my eyes. I thought OpenAI at that point is so far ahead than anyone else that it's going to be impossible to catch them. It's going to take years for anyone to get access to this technology, that they were doing something incredible. You might tell me, look, this happened before. There was another AI wave 5, 6, 7 years before this, and it was GAN models at the time. And you would be right. It was first Deep Dream coming up from Google with their model, and then there was even a viral implementation of it, probably one of the first viral consumer AI apps, Prism. If you remember, people uploaded their selfies, profile photos, and using GANs, people created these weird effects on their profile photos. And we all used it, but the use cases were very limited. It was only fun applications like this. And I believe today the situation is very, very different. And not only this AI wave, there were other AI waves. Since the beginning of computing, basically, people tried to generate art using computers. This is a really fun one. This guy, Harold Cohen, he had a project named Aaron in capital letters. He built this massive machine. This is actually a recreation of it in 1995. He tried to do this in 1970s. He basically tried to draw as if a human would draw, with using massive computers when computers just came out. And obviously, generative art, generative design has always been a part of computing, and it's been there all along. So there's been several different waves of AI and computing that people try to attempt generative media. Right after DALL 2, I was scared that no one else would catch up, but the amount of innovation happened after DALL 2 was incredible. Shortly after DALL 2, Midjourney was released, and then shortly after that, first Stable Diffusion was open sourced. And all of a sudden, when I was sitting on my living room floor, scrolling through Sam Altman's tweets, thinking when something like this would be available for more people, through Stable Diffusion, it was basically available for anyone. You could run this on a consumer GPU. You could use many different services to access it. And for the first time, people had access to a model that probably cost millions of dollars to train, and actually start building products on top of it. This kind of changed the paradigm of AI, what we know of before. And shortly after, ChatGPT released after, using with the same paradigm, that now you don't have to train your own model anymore. There's researchers who train the model for you, these large weights available publicly, and you can just use them and build products on it, starting from day one, rather than spending money on it and investing anything yourself. ChatGPT followed on to do the same thing, and Llama on LLMs, but that was truly remarkable when Stable Diffusion did that. And then obviously STXL and Flux, many other image models were released after that. And this technology truly became available to anyone in the world as cheap as possible, sometimes free if you have a strong GPU at home, to create as much content as possible. And the side effect of all of this is marginal cost of creation is approaching zero. And we believe this is going to have huge, huge impacts on many different industries, from social media to advertising, fashion, film, obviously, music, gaming, and e-commerce. We believe everything about these industries are going to be transformed. And this transformation is basically going to continue until all content is, one way or the other, AI generated. Even before AI, media industry is eaten by software. Basically, just YouTube from ad revenue makes more money than any other media company other than Disney. And then Disney has sports and theme parks and cruise ships. So even Disney, I think YouTube is going to pass very, very quickly. But software and ads is match made in heaven, and it's completely taking over media as we know it. And we believe this match is going to be even stronger in the age of AI. Because of AI, the ad industry is going to multiply in size. Ads are going to become hyper-personalized. They are going to become as interactive as possible. And the dominance of software is going to be even more when you add AI into the picture. We've seen some early results. Last year, we worked with A24, and we did this really fun marketing campaign. It was actually ahead of its time. It was a live website where anyone can just put out a selfie, and you would create a little green soldier with your face on it, and you could describe what the soldier is doing. You could say, all right, it's my face playing tennis or riding a bicycle, and they made a free live website, went viral. They were even putting photos, like you could opt in for your photo to be shown in the Times Square. And I think this is a great example of personalized, interactive marketing that more big brands are going to start doing. And with opportunities like this, we believe AI is going to become an integral part of ads and marketing in general. The other big opportunity we see is in e-commerce. So this is one of the most iconic graphs of Silicon Valley. E-commerce share of retail has been going up roughly 1% every year, and it's been incredibly steady, except the COVID blip. It's going up 1% a year, and it just keeps happening. And we believe AI is going to also redefine how people shop online. Once A16Z makes market maps of startups, that means it's a big enough opportunity that we should start pay attention. The virtual try-on, there's many different models and companies doing it, is one of the clearest early product market fits in the generative media universe. There's no reason why any retailer or any e-commerce website should not be offering something similar to a virtual try-on on their website. And if you actually think about it, there was a point in time where people thought internet was built for e-commerce. So it is one of the biggest opportunities that exists on the internet, basically. And the other one is ads. So AI and generative media especially is going to have huge, huge impacts on both of these industries. And then video. Again, Sam Altman one day, out of nowhere, tweeted something like this. I was not in my living room on the floor this time. I was actually in an office with my coworkers. We looked around, and this time, after a year and a half since the DALL launch, this time we weren't scared. We didn't know what was happening. Even though maybe the technological advancement was even bigger than when DALL first came out, we were excited. We were excited because if OpenAI is able to figure this out, we watched very closely what happened, how other people quickly caught up to quality and suppressed the quality of DALL. We thought, okay, this is the opportunity. If this is possible, other people are going to be able to do something similar, even better than Sora. So this was when we were just starting with our company, pivoting into generative media, and this was one of the biggest encouragements we had. Okay, video is a really serious opportunity. It's possible, and things are happening really, really fast. And today at Fal, video is still a small percentage of our revenue. In February, it was around 18%. It grew very fast. Basically, before October, we had no video revenue. There were no open source video models, or there wasn't any company that we partnered up with pre-October. And it climbed all the way to 18% in February. But we believe the opportunity is much, much, much bigger. And at this point, I think our company is a good proxy of what's happening elsewhere in the market. So if this is happening at Fal, I think there's a similar picture elsewhere as well, unless you are specializing in video. But we expect this to change, and change dramatically over the coming year. Here's a quick math and how we try to size the opportunity and the market. And if we say video is 20x more compute intensive, and I think that's a small estimate, the quality and the duration changes this a lot. It could basically be infinitely more compute intensive. There's really no limit, but let's say it's 20x. And video is 5x more engaging, and it impacts more industries, unlocks other use cases, creates new capabilities. So we believe video market is going to be 100x to 250x bigger than image market when it's all said and done. So that 18% that I showed in the previous slide is going to dramatically change. So what's next? What is going to happen? I believe in the next year we are going to have faster, cheaper video generation. We'll probably be able to generate videos, 1 second video in 1 second. Basically, we can stream the results back to the user and create experiences like we can't create today. And what are the side effects of this? I don't know. It's up to the developers and designers to build it. It's an exciting future, but some ideas here would be all content becoming interactive, the lines between a game and a movie blurring. This is already happening in filmmaking with game engine, using game engines. This is a scene from Mandalorian where they are using, maybe people in the audience would know better than me, but using a game engine to create the scene and the background, and then like infinite branching in storytelling. So what does it mean for social apps or events inside movies, similar to how we have events inside games today? So it's going to be a truly remarkable future that's waiting for us. And we believe faster and cheaper video generation is going to unlock a lot of these things and many more that I don't think any of us can predict. And lastly, we believe at Fal, tools define the edges of creativity. When this is all said and done, when enough years pass, maybe we are not even going to call this AI. It's just going to be software like it happened in the previous waves of AI. When people get used to it, everything is going to be okay and be totally normalized. We currently use AI in filmmaking in various techniques, and people just brush it off as software. We don't think this is going to be any different. It is going to be a tool that people use, and it's going to create new forms of creativity when this is all said and done. And for the last couple of slides, I'm going to talk about a little bit of what we do at Fal and how we accelerate this process. In our platform, we have 200 different media models exposed as APIs. We try to partner up with all the best model providers, from open source ones like LTX to the new Google VO models to anything that comes out of the Black Forest Labs crew. We try to combine everything in one platform for developers to come and build experiences on. And with all these new models being released, basically every single week, everyone is beating the previous model. It is really helpful for developers to have a single place where they can access all the models, have a single API platform, a single API syntax that is the same among different models to access them. And then as the new models come out, easy to switch between the providers through Fal. And our proprietary infrastructure, the inference engine we have, is also helping with that. We are hosting many of the models inside our platform in our own GPUs, even if it's closed or open source. So if you are training your own models, Fal is a great place for you to come host them and then tap into the amazing developer distribution we have. With that being said, that concludes my presentation. Thank you so much.